through 9. Friends, I'm only going to work out the even ones, being the odd ones are already online. Agree? Okay. So let's see. So problem number, I'm going to start with number 2 because you can find 1 through 9 online. Deal? All right. What's the first thing I do? Oh, you guys are awesome. And my A value in this case happens to be what? 1. So what do we know? Yeah, it's up because it's positive. Agree? And then B is -4 and C is positive. C is C. C is +4. Okay? Yay, negative B over 2A. That finds us our axis of symmetry. Agree? All right, so in this case, it's going to give me -4 over 2 times 1, which is 4 over 2, which is 2. So I have an axis of symmetry of 2. So it's always good to kind of put that in place, just so you can see that it's symmetric. Let's just pretend Stirp can draw a straight line. Deal? All right. What is special about the axis of symmetry and the vertex? What's special about the axis of symmetry and the vertex? Morgan, you got something in your... You what? They do. So which value do you definitely know right now with the vertex, no matter what? Well, you know 2. It might be 2, 0, but I'm not sure. But I definitely know the 2 because of this 2 right here. Agree? Cool. What should I do with that 2 in order to figure out the rest of it? Yeah, I'm going to plug it, that 2, this 2 right here, I'm going to plug it into those x values. So I'm going to get 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 4. So that's 4 minus 8 plus 4. In this case, it is 0. You nailed it. Yeah, 2 comma 0. It's also a root because our y value is 0. Agree? Then we get into our buddy, the pattern graph, folks. So A times 135. Okay, our A value in this case is 1. So 1 times 135. So I'm going to pattern graph as the 135 still. Make sense? All right, so with the 1, I'm going to go right 1, up 1. So that takes me to 3 comma 1. Left 1, up 1. That takes me to 1 comma 1. Okay, and then my 3, I'm going to go right 1, up 3. So that takes me to 4 comma 4. Left 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4. Or up 3, excuse me. That takes me to 0 comma 4. What's special about 0 comma 4? Very good. And there is our buddy the parabola. What do you think, friends? Is this okay? Yeah. All right. I know that some of the odd ones came out goofy, so the video talks about them a little bit. It is possible that we might make an error where our parabola doesn't exist within the -10 to +10. Okay? It happens. Parabolas can exist anywhere on the xy axis. All right. All right, problem number 4. Because again, the odds are online. So I have f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 5. Good. What's next? A, B, and C. A is equal to what? 2. What do you know about it now? Up because it's positive. You're doing awesome. I love this. And then B is -8 and C is 5. Okay. All right. So x equals -b over 2a. Find our axis of symmetry. X equals -8 over 2 times 2, which is 8 over 4, which is 2 over 1 or just 2. So our axis symmetry is also 2 on this one. Good so far? What do I know about the vertex? The vertex lives on that pink line. I get it. But what's definitely a value I know right now of the vertex? 2. And then I'm going to plug that 2 into these 2 up here. So I get 2. Where the parentheses are is where x used to live. Now 2 is going to live there. So 2 squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16 plus 5. Do the math. That's negative 8 plus 5 gives me negative 3, I believe. So 2, negative 3. Vertex. Pattern graph is going to be a times 135. What's my a value? 2. So 2 times 135. So this is going to grow at 2, 6, 10. Agree? So I'm still going to go right 1, but I'm going to go up 2. So that takes me to 3, negative 1. Left 1, up 2. That takes me to 1, negative 1. Then, excuse me. I'm going to go right 1, up 2, or up 6. So that takes me to 4, 5. Then I'm going to go left 1 and up 6. That takes me to 0, 5. 0, 5 is our what? Giddy up, y-intercept. Let's make our parabola. There it is. Yeehaw. Shoes are sick. Well, thanks, man. All right, let's go to number 6. You guys ready? Number 6. F of x equals negative 2x squared minus 8x minus 4. The ABC, A is what? B is what? C is what? Cool. What do we know about the A value? It's going to open down because it's negative. Good? All right. X equals negative B over 2A. So plug our values in. I get negative 8 over 2 times negative 2, which is 8 over negative 4. And I think that's negative 2. Do you feel comfortable with that math? All right, so negative 2 is over here. Right there. Okay. I can find my vertex because my vertex is going to give me negative 2 comma plug in pi. So I'm going to plug in here and here. So I get negative 2 squared minus 8 times negative 2 minus 4. Negative 2 times negative 2. Positive 4. Positive 4 times negative 2. Negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 2. Positive 16, right? Minus 4. That's going to give me 8. That's going to give me 4. So 2, 4 is up here. Okay. My pattern graph is going to be A times 135. And my A value is what? Negative 2. Does this make sense? So that's going to grow at negative 2, negative 6, negative 10. All right, so I'm going to go right 1 and what?
Down 2.
Good. Right 1 down 2. So that takes me to 1, 2, or negative 1, 2. Down 1, left 2, down, or right 1, left 1 down 2. So that takes me to negative 3, 2. The 6, I'm going to go right 1 down 6. So that takes me to 0, negative 4, which is the y-intercept in this case. And left 1 down 6. So that's going to take me to negative 4, negative 4. Do we have enough to look at our graph to say, I feel pretty good that a parabola is going to open downward here? Cool. Any questions so far, my friends? No, I've kind of hammered it out quickly. I think we're doing okay. Is there anything I can go a little deeper on? Does you understand the PI means plug in? Okay. All right. So problem number 8. We have f of x. F of x is a fancy way of writing y, is it not? It is. A is 1, B is 2, C is 1. What can you tell me? Going up because A is positive. Cool so far? Excuse me. All right. X equals negative B over 2A. So I get negative 2 over 2 times 1, which is negative 2 over 2, which is equal to negative 1. That's my axis of symmetry. Negative 1's right down here. All right. So my vertex is going to be negative 1 comma something. I'm going to plug in. I'm going to plug in here and here. So I get negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 plus 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1, minus 2 plus 1. I believe that gives me 0. Hey, friends, what do you know about this? We found what? It is a root. Very good. Crosses the x-axis. This one opens up. It's a times 135. A is what? A is 1. I'll answer my own question. So it's going to pattern graph at 135. Okay, so I'm going to go right 1, up 1. Oh, look what I just found. Found the y-intercept. Left 1, up 1. Right 1, up 3. So it takes me to 1 comma 4. Left 1, up 3. That takes me to negative 3, 4. And here comes the parabola. All good? Oh, this one right here? All right. Thank you. I can't count. You guys know that. So, yes and no. At this point, if the pattern graph reveals it, let me know it. If the pattern graph doesn't give it, then let's not stress too much about it yet. Although there's other techniques that we will do to find the roots. And the roots don't always, we're actually going to find the roots being like 1 plus square root 3 and 1 minus square root 3. And you're like, what? Yeah, I kid you not. Those are called irrational numbers. Okay. How do we feel, my friends? Does this seem like a nice, using the same technique every time? So now we got you used to a technique, so now we're going to change it. But don't worry, it's still going to work.
Surprise!
All right.
Happy birthday!
All right. Hey, Stone, how did the homework collection go?
Not too bad. A little better today.
Oh, good.
I didn't count them because I'm in a better mood today, so I didn't feel like being sassy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Life is good in the hood? What happened?
It was a thought. Like, I don't know how else to get through it. Might as well do something.
You stole my book yesterday,
Okay.
and you don't even bring me
Where's
candy.
my book?
So you can't find yours, so you steal mine.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Those look identical. Okay.
Mine says stirrup, yours says stone. I get you. The ST is the same in the names, but come on.
You had a great conversation in my office at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I missed my workout. Hey, you can't get the shape that I'm in without working out.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I do exercise and I stretch daily. And I will tell you the saddest part of what I see my friends doing, I kid you not. I'll go back to Arizona. So I'm weighing in a whopping 178 these days. Okay? I got friends that are in the 300-pound range. I'll say, hey guys, touch your toes. Or they'll sit down. Now watch this stirrup. Touch my toes. No. Feet, shoulders apart roughly. Keep your legs closed. Go down slowly. I used to be able to do the splits.
I can still do it.
I'm not limber enough to do it.
I can still do the splits. Do it. Do it?
I need a genie.
So what I try does is that one. So I kick all my friends across the jaw, and they're gonna pull a muscle if they do something. So what kind of friends you got, Stirrup? Ones I like to kick in the jaw.
Don't rip your teeth. No, I don't want to rip my teeth. Hey. Too soon. I will say thank you for telling me.
Okay. So, my friends, I'm going to tell you, I'm on page 97-ish. This is not there, but this right here and this right here are actually the same thing. So how you could make this one look the same way is you can say, oh, I'm going to multiply it by -8. I know I have a positive and a negative, and I know the factors that are going to work would be 4 and 2. So I'd have a -4x and a positive 2x. And now I'm going to replace that right here. So if I did x squared minus 4x plus 2x minus 8, and I said these are like terms, that gives me x minus 4. Positive sign comes down, 2 comes out, that becomes x minus 4. So I get x minus 4 and x plus 2, which is the same as this. Agree? But then you remember, we then took this a little bit further when we went, oh, x minus 4 equals 0, so x equals 4. X plus 2 equals 0, so x equals -2, which this technically yields the point 4, 0, and this yields me the point -2, 0, which I have a 0 in here, which means I found the roots. Okay? So, how to graph a function in intercept form. I'll draw these out for you, and you can write these down. So use the function to find the zeros, aka the x-intercepts. Plot the zeros on the x-axis. Find the axis of symmetry, which is halfway between the x-intercepts. Find the vertex by plugging the x values of the axis of symmetry into the original equation. I'll give you time to write those down.
I would make sure you write these down. Even if you don't have a book, I would make sure you write these down. I would make sure you write these down.
Is everyone done with at least the blue? Anyone at the orange at the bottom yet? Yay. All right, got some speed riders in here. I like the shoes you got on, buddy. Those are sweet. Coffee is good this morning.
What kind is it? Dark roast?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, decaffeinated.
Oh, I got the fully loaded stuff, baby.
Oh yeah.
The stronger the coffee, the more I'm in love with it.
What brand is it?
It's the Kirkland brand, the Costco Dark Roast, which
yeah.
is pretty good.
My dad uses. He has a Keurig, so he does the Dunkin' Donut pods.
Oh, Dunkin' Donuts got good coffee. You know what's the best coffee out there though? That mass produced? McDonald's.
They got some.
Dude,
good.
it's a buck.
Exactly. And they come in different flavors.
Oh, I just like black coffee.
The normal black.
Yeah, no cream, no sugar. Just strong and black. I grew up in Arizona, man. We used to drink water out of the hose and out of the gutter.
Exactly.
This is 3 scoops in 6 cups. You like the real thick sludge. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Turkish coffee though. Oh, that is the treat of all treats.
I actually tried it once.
Oh, I love it.
What's your favorite kind of coffee?
You like it a little sweeter, huh? Friends, can I move off this screen? All right, here we go. So you remember we had factored that one below. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is if you're given something that's factored, you're gonna go x minus 4 equals 0. So x equals 4. X plus 2 equals 0, so x equals negative 2. And that yields me the point 4 comma 0 and negative 2 comma 0, which are roots. So 4 comma 0 is right here, and negative 2 comma 0 is here. Comfy so far? Go ahead. Oh, because what I would have done is I would have added 4 here to both sides, and I would have subtracted 2 for both sides here. So you get x by itself. Good question. All right. So my friends, being parabolas are symmetric over the axis of symmetry, the axis of symmetry is going to happen right in between these two. So I kind of count. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So halfway on 5 is 1. So here's my axis of symmetry. Do you feel comfortable that that is halfway between those red dots? Okay. So that means I know the x component of my vertex. My x component of my axis of symmetry is x equals negative 1 or x equals 1. So the x component of my vertex is 1 comma something. So I have to plug this in. So I'm going to take this 1 and I'm going to plug it in here. So I get 1 minus 4, keep it in parentheses, and 1 plus 2. And 1 minus 4 this week is negative 3, and 1 plus 3, or 1 plus 2 is 3, so I get negative 9. So 1, negative 9 is right down here. All right, so do you feel comfortable that this parabola is going to open up just based on what our picture looks like? Now, the reason why this opens up is out in front of this is actually a positive 1. Okay, that's why it opens up. That's all you have to do. Notice I didn't really pattern graph because I found the x-intercepts, the roots, because it was factored down. I set my factors equal to 0, found those exact values. I figured out halfway in between them, and then I plugged in my values to do that. We good? Friends, may I move forward? Anyone need more time?
Am I gonna do number 4?
Oh, I forgot what number 4 was. We did number 4. Number 4 was the vertex. Number 3 was the axis of symmetry. I think. AOS. All right. So this one, I'm going to take my roots. I'm not going to worry about the 2 out front. Set those equal to 0. Add 1 to both sides here. So I get 1, which is 1 comma 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. X equals -3. So -3 comma 0. These are my roots. They're the roots because the y value is 0. So 1 comma 0 is right there. -3 comma 0 is right there. Okay? So then I'm going to look halfway in between. I got 1, 2, 3. So the middle part is going to be right here. That's halfway in between them. That's my axis of symmetry, which is 1. So AOS is 1. -1. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, if you guys weren't here, I'd be so wrong. All right, so my vertex is -1 comma something. So I have to plug this in to get it. So I have a 2, and then I have a -1 minus 1. Notice I'm keeping the parentheses. All right, so -1 minus 1 is -2. -1 plus 3 is 2. So 2 times -2 is -4. -4 times 2 is -8. So I get 1 -8, which is down here. Here's my vertex. And there's my parabola. The reason why this opens up, it's up because that's a +2. Dude, I totally get this stuff.
So as long as we only have 3 points.
Yeah, if you have the vertex and 2 other points that are on either side, you're good to go.
Okay. So you don't need to add the other.
No, I mean, we could have pattern graphed going, okay, from the vertex, I'm going to go 2, 6, 10.
So you don't.
Yeah. It's not totally necessary. All right, all right. Ready? All right, so I'm on page 99. So friends, what do you think, what direction do you think this one's going to go?
Down.
Down. Why is that? You're absolutely right. Yeah, this negative right here is going to say that it's going to go down. Okay? So I'm going to go x minus 1 equals 0 and x plus 5 equals 0. Notice I didn't even incorporate that negative in there. Add 1 to both sides, subtract 5 from both sides. So I find that I get 1 comma 0 and -5 comma 0, and those are called my roots. So 1 comma 0 is there, and -5 comma 0 is there. So let's think about what's halfway. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway is right there. So halfway, I have an axis of symmetry at x equals -2. Make sense? What do I know about the axis of symmetry in relation to our vertex? -2, and then I need to plug in to get the rest. So I'm going to plug -2 in. Keep the parentheses because that means we're multiplying. Okay, so this is going to give me -3, and then negative times -3 is going to give me +3, and this is going to give me 4, so 3 times 4 gives me 12, right? Did I do that math?
No, that should be negative.
Do what?
That should be negative.
-2 minus 1.
No, x plus 5.
Oh, that's, oh, wait, that's what? Oh, that's a -2 I'm plugging in. Oh my gosh. That should be a 3, right? I'm so sorry. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. All right, that works better.
Look at that.
Holy cow. All right, -2, +9.
It's a good thing, well, Miss Stone's teaching that.
All right. Does it make sense this one should be opening down? Everybody happy? All right. So friends, take a look here. If I were to go from this back up to this, or if I were to go from this back up to this, do you see how I can make that happen? Do you see how I can make x equals 1, x minus 1? Do you see how I can make x equals -5, x plus 5? So the last thing, this is going to give me x minus 1. This is going to give me x minus 4. And then multiply it. X times x, x squared. X times -4, -4x. -1 times x, -1x. Plus 4. So my parabola that this would make is going to be x squared minus 5x plus 4. That's standard form. So let's see. Can we figure out this one? What binomial does this give me that I just underlined in purple? X minus 3. And then this is x plus 3. Multiply them together. X times x times 3, -3 times x, -3 times 3. Because what I'm doing is I want to put this back into, so what I'm doing is this. I'm just moving the number back onto the side with the x. These cancel, so this is y equals x squared minus 9. Yep. And last one. So anytime you see x equals 0, that means I'm going to have x. Good so far? If I have this, what does that give me as a binomial? X equals 8 is what binomial? X minus 8, right? Multiply over. X squared minus 8x. So I get y equals, that's my quadratic. Okay? Hey, you guys want a lot of homework tonight?
No.
Okay, I'll shorten it. So, page 101, we'll do 1 through 5. You're just matching. And then page 102, do 13 through 19 all. So notice I'm skipping 6 through 12. So I shortened it. I'm such a nice guy.
Also, remember, quiz on Tuesday.
Oh, dude,